Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 55, number 617. Narrated by Abdullah. Once the Prophet distributed something among his followers. A man said, "This distribution has not been done with justice, seeking Allah's countenance." I went to the Prophet and told him of that. He became so angry that I saw the signs of anger on his face. Then he said, "May Allah bestow his mercy on Moses, for he was harmed more, in a worse manner, than this. Yet he endured patiently." Volume 4, Book 55, number 618. Narrated by Jabir bin Abdullah. We were with Allah's apostle picking the fruits of the arak trees, and Allah's apostle said, "Pick the black fruit, for it is the best." The companions asked, "Were you a shepherd?" He replied, "There was no prophet who was not a shepherd." Volume 4, Book 55, number 619. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The angel of death was sent to Moses. When he came to Moses, Moses slapped him on the eye. The angel returned to his Lord and said, "You have sent me to a slave who does not want to die." Allah said, "Return to him and tell him to put his hand on the back of an ox, and for every hair that will come under it, he will be granted 1 year of life." Moses said, "O Lord, what will happen after that?" Allah replied, "Then death." Moses said, "Let it come now." Moses then requested Allah to let him die close to the sacred land, so much so that he would be at a distance of a stone's throw from it. Abu Hurairah added, Allah's apostle said, "If I were there, I would show you his grave below the red sand hill on the side of the road." Volume 4, Book 55, number 620. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. A Muslim and a Jew quarreled. The Muslim, taking an oath, said, "By him who has preferred Muhammad over all people." The Jew said, "By him who has preferred Moses over all people." The Muslim raised his hand and slapped the Jew who came to the Prophet to tell him what had happened between him and the Muslim. The Prophet said, "Don't give me superiority over Moses, for the people will become unconscious on the day of resurrection. And I will be the first to gain consciousness to see Moses standing and holding a side of Allah's throne. I will not know if he has been among those people who have become unconscious, and that he has gained consciousness before me, or he has been amongst those whom Allah has exempted." Volume 4, Book 55, number 621. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's apostle said, Adam and Moses argued with each other. Moses said to Adam, "You are Adam whose mistake expelled you from paradise." Adam said to him, "You are Moses whom Allah selected as his messenger and as the one to whom he spoke directly. Yet you blame me for a thing which had already been written in my fate before my creation." Allah's apostle said twice, so Adam overpowered Moses. Volume 4, Book 55, number 622. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The Prophet once came to us and said, "All the nations were displayed in front of me, and I saw a large multitude of people covering the horizon. Somebody said, 'This is Moses and his followers.'" Volume 4, Book 55, number 623. Narrated by Abu Musa. Allah's apostle said, "Many amongst men reached the level of perfection, but none amongst the women reached this level except Asia, Pharaoh's wife, and Mary, the daughter of Imran. And no doubt, the superiority of Aisha to other women is like the superiority of tharad, i.e. a meat and bread dish, to other meals." Volume 4, Book 55, number 624. Narrated by Abdullah. The Prophet said, "None of you should say that I am better than Yunus, i.e. Jonah." Musaddad added, "Jonah bin Matta." Volume 4, Book 55, number 625. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The Prophet said, "No slave of Allah should say that I am better than Yunus bin Matta." So the Prophet mentioned his father's name with his name. Volume 4, Book 55, number 626. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Once while a Jew was selling something, he was offered a price that he was not pleased with. So, he said, "No, by him who gave Moses superiority over all human beings." Hearing him, an Ansari man got up and slapped him on the face and said, "You say, by him who gave Moses superiority over all human beings, although the Prophet, Muhammad, is present amongst us." The Jew went to the Prophet and said, "O Abu el-Qasim, I am under the assurance and contract of security. So what right does so and so have to slap me?" The Prophet asked the other, "Why have you slapped?" He told him the whole story. The Prophet became angry, till anger appeared on his face, and said, "Don't give superiority to any prophet amongst Allah's prophets, for when the trumpet will be blown, everyone on the earth and in the heavens will become unconscious except those whom Allah will exempt. The trumpet will be blown for the second time, and I will be the first to be resurrected to see Moses holding Allah's throne. I will not know whether the unconsciousness which Moses received on the day of Tur has been sufficient for him, or has he got up before me. And I do not say that there is anybody who is better than Yunus bin Matta." Volume 4, Book 55, number 627. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "None should say that I am better than Yunus bin Matta." Volume 4, Book 55, number 628. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "The reciting of the Zabur, i.e. Psalms, was made easy for David. He used to order that his riding animals be saddled, and would finish reciting the Zabur before they were saddled. And he would never eat except from the earnings of his manual work." Volume 4, Book 55, number 629. Narrated by Abdullah bin Amr. Allah's apostle was informed that I have said, "By Allah, I will fast all the days and pray all the nights as long as I live." On that, Allah's apostle asked me, "Are you the one who says, 'I will fast all the days and pray all the nights as long as I live'?" I said, "Yes, I have said it." He said, "You cannot do that. So fast sometimes, and do not fast sometimes. Pray and sleep. Fast for 3 days a month, for the reward of a good deed is multiplied by 10 times, and so the fasting of 3 days a month equals the fasting of a year." I said, "O Allah's apostle, I can do fast more than this." He said, "Fast on every 3rd day." I said, "I can do fast more than that." He said, "Fast on alternate days, and this was the fasting of David, which is the most moderate sort of fasting." I said, "O Allah's apostle, I can do fast more than that." He said, "There is nothing better than that." Volume 4, Book 55, number 630. Narrated by Abdullah bin Amr bin al-As. The Prophet said to me, "I have been informed that you pray all the nights and observe fast all the days. Is this true?" I replied, "Yes." He said, "If you do so, your eyes will become weak and you will get bored. So fast 3 days a month, for this will be the fasting of a whole year, or equal to the fasting of a whole year." I said, "I find myself able to fast more." He said, "Then fast like the fasting of the Prophet David, who used to fast on alternate days and would not flee on facing the enemy." Volume 4, Book 55, number 631. Narrated by Abdullah bin Amr. Allah's apostle said to me, "The most beloved fasting to Allah was the fasting of the Prophet David, who used to fast on alternate days. And the most beloved prayer to Allah was the prayer of David, who used to sleep for the first half of the night and pray for 1/3 of it, and Again, sleep for a sixth of it.